Hi YouTube, this is Mike with BDM Outdoors. This is a quick garden update. So these are my raspberries, and you can see right there, these are the fall berries that we're going to get. It's just loaded up with fall berries, of course, and some bees as well. They're pollinating everything. And I've got several canes in there that are loaded up with berries. Peppers. You can see there are peppers everywhere on this plant, just loaded with peppers. See all those peppers down there? Here we go. Look at all. I don't know if you can see all that in there. That plant is loaded with peppers. I hope you can see that. Just loaded with peppers. Those Ichiban or Japanese eggplants, loaded with them. Circle around to the back. Some of the bell peppers. Oh, there's a big old yellow one right there. That's pretty. Another one inside. The red, oh, there's a big old red one in there. I don't know if you can see that, but I am just loaded with peppers. These are my Roma tomatoes. You can see there's still tons of tomatoes on there. I picked a bunch of them this morning. Hopefully they're going to quit making here pretty soon. I'm about out of space and out of patience with Roma tomatoes. Over here are some early girl tomatoes. As you can see, they are still just packed. I mean, there's just tons of them. We have put so many tomatoes up this year, sauces and juice, and it's amazing. We've eaten a lot of tomatoes as well. This is my okra. That's 3 plants down in there. Actually, there were 4 seeds per planting, so that's really 12 individual plants. I've got another set of 6 in a little bottom area down below the house. But that is just loaded up with little okra pods. I mean, they're everywhere. And this thing's going to be giving us okra. Okra plants will produce okra in our zone until about really the end of September. So we got a long ways to go. We're putting up a lot of okra. We're freezing it. We blanch it and freeze it. But we're eating a bunch as we go as well. Carrots. This is my carrots bed. This has been going all year long. Let me just grab a carrot out of here for you. Oh, there we go. How about those 2 carrots right there? Look at those pretty carrots. Isn't that pretty? We've had carrots all season long. There's another big one right there. Oh, look at that big old carrot. How about that? Isn't that something? Green beans. They are just getting ready. You can see all the little blooms on them. They are getting ready to make. There are blooms everywhere. There's already some beans in there. Let's see. There's a bean right there. There's beans in there, but they haven't really started making really hard yet. They will here in another week or so. Squash plants. I went ahead and replanted some seeds about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and you can see they're already producing squash. That squash plant is loaded with them. These are some crook necks, and those are some straight necks. We're going to have a whole nother season of squash harvest. So here's my bottom box, my bottom raised bed box, and here we've got slicing tomatoes. I've got Better Boy and beefsteak and German Johnson in there. And I don't know if you can see, but there's just tomatoes everywhere. Those plants are loaded up. The plants got so big that they fell over. The tops of them rolled over the cages. I picked those up and tied them off, and they continue to grow. And they did the same thing again. You can see right there. There's some that wanted to be picked that I didn't get to this morning. I've got to get those. Over here is okra again. I said I had 6 more plantings over here of okra. We really like the okra. And you can see, I hope you can see, those plants are loaded with okra pods. They're everywhere in there. We're getting about a large freezer bag full every couple of days. And we're blanching those and we're freezing them, and we'll have okra throughout the entire winter. This bed here was some winter squashes, a couple of summer squashes, mainly winter squashes that I've already harvested. So I've replanted these in green beans. So that's a 25-foot bed. I've got 50 foot of green beans. We're going to try to can green beans. I wasn't going to try to do that this year with beans that I grew, but we're going to try. Alright, so here's this morning's harvest. We picked a lot of tomatoes, both Roma and Early Girl, and there's some slicing tomatoes in there. Green and red bell pepper, some banana pepper. Those red peppers are jalapenos that stayed on the vine too long, but I kind of like them red like that. We have some summer squash. It is really late for squash in my zone, but I planted a squash plant about 3 weeks ago, and it's already producing. Watermelon. That watermelon's delicious. We've got some Ichiban Japanese eggplant. I'm having some of that for dinner tonight. That stuff is delicious if you like eggplant. And carrots. I could have picked a bunch more carrots, but we can't hardly eat as many as we're picking, and we have so many more out there. So we've just had a wonderful bounty from our garden this year, and continue to do so. So there's the garden update. I've had a great deal of success this year so far with raised bed method. I'm not sure what other method would produce this many vegetables in this small a space. That's a very small space, and I've got those boxes spread well apart. I mean, I can literally get a mower, or of course it's mulch, but I could get something as wide as a mower with a bag attachment through each one of these rows. I wanted to have some rows or some space I could get wheelbarrow through and things like that. So I'll guess there's a lot of wasted space there, but even with that little bit of space right there, I have grown an incredible amount of vegetables this year. All right, so we'll see you again. I'll have another update maybe in the next couple of weeks. We've got some things coming up, some melons. I'm going to do an update on the raspberries when they're ready, and we'll see you then. Thanks.